Do you know now there's a way on the internet to take your passion for almost anything that you have a passion for and make a bunch of money on the internet, you know, and it costs you nothing, you know. So if you're selling anything, I mean, there's places like SD and things like that, but this is on like a Twitter, you know. It's on your phone, and it builds communities just around your idea that you'll never see a shop for because you're, you know, like fly fishing or something, or maybe bowling balls you love. Let's see, this application, this website is a place for you to start your bowling ball business, and say you find weird bowling balls somewhere, you know, and a collector of them, and you know, you could sell them on the internet, but really on this app that's on like a Twitter thing. So people want to keep up on the latest ideas. You create a fan base and things like that. So it's a new way to educate people, sell people about your passion. It could be for sneakers. I mean, go on this website, you know, after you see this interview, and you'll see all the weird stuff people do. I mean, there's even a website for people who love standing in line doing something. You need somebody, like in New York, they have these wonderful donuts. And people really wait in line for 6 hours. So this is a place where you can hire people who just will stand in line for you, right? So wouldn't that be a great business? Just like if you're in Washington, D.C., and you could have this little app now for people who need somebody to stand in line at the to get tickets to the White House tour or something like that, or to wait in line to get tickets at the Washington Monument, or who the heck knows. There's so many things, but it's little ideas you have, the passion you have for something. You'll be better at that than anybody else, and you could share that expertise and share it with a business, and it costs you nothing, absolutely nothing to do this. This is what websites are so wonderful about. Now, before, we'd have to have a bowling ball store, right, to sell it. No. You don't even have to build a website, because there's websites already for you to go, and you just plug it in. And listen to this. They're paying for the shipping. So your customers don't pay anything for shipping. I don't know how long they're going to last, so you may want to tell this up, because they're a new startup. They got money. They got venture capital money. People are, you know, these are where the businesses are growing. You know, they're growing in ideas online. They're putting other people together, you know, like this. It used to be a bowling ball store. Now, what venture capitalist would put up money for a bowling ball store? Nonsense. But they would here, because here's a platform. It's going to make it easier for people to start businesses, people to buy certain things. Because that's why I think all this niche stuff is going to be. No more mass merchandising. You don't go to Walmart where they're making everything in China. Now there's only 12 people could get something, because they could get it from your website, and they have a way to do that, and you have a way to make money on it, and you have a way to compete with the big guys, because you're reaching the people who just like bowling balls. You don't have to put a big ad on billboards all over and pay for reaching everybody. That mass merchandising is over, you know, and then people really want more individual things. So that's where we're growing. Sure, the big Walmart's going to go away, you know, in 2 weeks or something like that. They're going to be around for a long time. It's just like when radio you know, went away when I was in the 50s. Oh, TV came in, radio was going to be gone. Nah, it's still here, just in a different form. But what happens is that, you know, it's not going to grow, so it's going to shrink. So the strong are going to stay there, and they're harder to compete against, so it's harder for any new person to get in the business. But in the growth things, and where things are growing, like on the businesses on the internet, with unique little niches that are going to grow real big and be tomorrow's Walmart, and anybody, you have 2 days of experience and you're an expert. You know, in 2 years, 5 years, or whatever, you need a PhD in it. You know, that's what happened. Now, to work for someone like, well, we want you to have an MBA in retail management or something. Yeah, because they don't know how to judge people anyway. So they say, you want the job so much, you go getting hawked for $100,000, and come, we'll give you a job, and then we know you're going to stay for at least 5-10 years, because you got to pay off that $100,000 loan you got. So we'll invest in you. Oh, that's gone away. It's a new game, and a new game that anybody could play. It's democratized. It's really, you know, not mass marketing. It's marketing of the masses. It's by the masses. You know, so everybody now has a chance at competing with a big guy. A big guy can't afford to find little markets like this anymore, because it's not worth it. Walmart needs a $1 billion, you know, to get that big monster to think of a new idea. And, you know, bowling ball enthusiast market is not going to be $1 billion soon, but it could be $1 million in a year or two. Yeah, that's big enough, right? That's what's so neat. So the big guys don't even pay attention to it because it's not big enough for them to even mess with. And so now there's all these great, they see the crumbs with so many big companies out there. They're leaving so many big crumbs for the rest of us to be millionaires. That's good enough, isn't it? Watch this interview, how they do it. Well, Zach Reitano, and who cares about your name, because I had trouble saying it because we want to know. It's use, U-S-E, shout, S-H-O-U-T, like the laundry detergent.com, and you shout. I mean, what's so incredible to me is, God, you really created a place for the rest of us to take our passion or interest in anything and make a business out of it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It empowers any individual to create their own marketplace, and they moderate and run their marketplace, and then we take care of the nitty-gritty of every transaction, so they can focus on what they do and what they love the most.
So if I was interested, like we used the example before we were talking about, if I was interested in bowling balls, I could go and make a little bowling ball business on your site. And but what's really interesting to me is what makes it different than SD or eBay and all these other things where you could sell things. Man, it's like Twitter. People join that feed and are updated on all the new stuff because you love bowling balls so much and you're updating it all the time.
It's a very passive experience, and they can perfectly curate it to their interests, right? So it's interesting that type of experience for purchasing things doesn't really exist. It's very right now, if I wanted to go to Amazon or eBay, I'd have to type in and search and look and know exactly what I was looking for. But on Shout, I'm just going to follow what I love, and I'm just going to have a feed of things that I'm interested in.
So you could find a stream that's already on that subject.
Absolutely.
Right, on your platform.
And if it's not there, you can create your own.
Create your own stream, right. And it costs how much to do that?
It's free.
Free! Free! Somebody said the magic word. Free. I mean, that's what's so amazing. I mean, and I guess because a long time, and you're a startup, you found venture money, and people think you're the hottest thing since Airbnb or whatever that are investing in you. So this is the time to do it. Because actually, in your transaction, you go to SD and eBay or whatever, that they're going to take like 14-15% of your money. Your site for now doesn't take anything.
For now, exactly. For now, we don't take anything, and for a short period of time, we're actually doing free shipping.
Free shipping? So more free. This is better than the government. That's amazing. And now you have some neat things. I mean, like you have streams for people who want to sell their time to stand in lines. I mean, like those donuts or their cronuts that are very popular.
The cronut is a very popular pastry in New York, and some very clever people decided to create a line waiting stream. So they offer up their time, and then someone else who's busy is willing to compensate them for it.
And also, I saw one of the streams there on sneakers. Man, I see sneakers, and then I mean, I have a foot fetish or shoe fetish. I don't know. See, I mean, I wear funky sneakers every day. And but you have sneakers I've never seen, on this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. The sneaker community, especially in New York, is really, really passionate. And so we just give them a wonderful, safe opportunity to transact. There's a lot of fraud and fakes and a wide variety of other things that make it really difficult to transact and for peers to buy and sell sneakers from each other. And so our system, where we hold funds in escrow and we do identity checks on sellers, really improves the buyer confidence. So they feel totally comfortable coming on and purchasing it from another individual.
So you don't have to, if I'm walking down New York, on Fifth Avenue, the guy said, psst, hey, I got sneakers. Psst, psst. Look at these.
Exactly. And it'll show up on your doorstep. So
yeah. But not only that, I mean, that guy's not going to be there tomorrow. You even hold the money till the person sees it for 3 days or something, and then...
Exactly. So when you purchase something, we send the seller a shipping label with your address, and we send you a tracking ID immediately, and then we hold the funds until 3 days after your packages arrived. So you have 3 days to tell us, hey, the item came and it was great, or potentially, in the rare case that it wasn't as described, in which case you'll speak to us and we'll speak to the seller, and if that's the case, then you'll get a full refund.
Wow, I see. Well, this is better than Neiman Marcus, you know? Exactly. Well, now, what other categories? Because I've seen everything from iPhones to...
There's iPhones, there's a Pokemon stream. One that we're really excited about is this well-known chef called Dominic Costa. His name's Dominic Costa, and he was on the Food Network. And he's opening up a bakery in a couple months. And in preparation, he opened up a stream where he's selling his custom-made, ready-to-order sweets. And so he has cookie butter, he has chocolate truffles, he has Irish car bombs. And every week he comes out with a new custom-made dessert. And they're fantastic.
So, I mean, the deal with this, whether if I have a website, what it is, people interested in sweets or whatever will get that stream and they'll be notified on their iPhone or their...
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's one of the wonderful things, right? Because similarly, when people, let's say, use Twitter or Instagram to get their news or to have an aggregate of all the things they love, ideally Shout can become that same place where I might not wake up every day and check a website devoted just towards sweets, but I'm more than happy to have that show up in my feed. And I'm able to purchase it. So that's the really nice thing as well, that we can sort of have this cross-pollination where people might come in for one interest, but then see multiple things that they love. And then everyone else in the platform will also benefit because they're getting traffic similarly to a farmer's market or mall that they weren't able to drive themselves. So it's like an online farmer's market.
So really, you're the new retail store of the world now. I don't have to go shopping. The shopping comes to me, and I just decide to do it or not do it. Right. And if it's so narrow casting that it's stuff I'm interested in 24/7 anyway.
You know, you perfectly described it, right? It's not like I go and I say I'm interested in like shoes or clothes. I'm interested in LeBron sneakers or Jordan sneakers, and so I can just endlessly look at my exact collection.
And then it seems like the products are new, used, everything sometimes.
Yeah, they're either one. We sort of give people the opportunity to sell whatever they want, but in a, obviously, as you said, a very, very niche or specifically like a specific category. But absolutely, new or used, whatever floats their boat.
Well, Zach, this is wonderful, and I think the future is here now because of you. So, you brought the future to us now, and it's at shout, SHOUT.com. Now, you just got out of college, and as an English major, writing major, probably don't have trouble spelling, so that's why I spell everything out, because people like me, I just say it with it. So it's shout.com.
Yes, absolutely. Or you can search Shout on the App Store or the Android Store, and it'll show up.
Oh, so it's really iPhone or app or online, anywhere you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Zach. Take care.
Thank you for having us.
All right.